A good source says, all is ready, just waiting on the go signal. All systems are ready. No hold UPS and site time will tell. Agency folks are on high alert. The process to exchange your dinars, it's not going to be as difficult as your mind tells you right now that it's going to be. If you own this currency and are an investor and you don't know what you own, it's time to pay attention. Because this is all coming to fruition. It's a beautiful time frame to be a so-called dinarian. What would really be a super huge lift and bring a ton of value to the Iraq dinar is if they get away from the greenbacks and start using their own currency to do transactions for the oil. That would be huge. A lot of people probably don't realize, but I've been in the dinar investment since 2008. Probably one of the most knowledgeable on the facts, and read most professional documents ever written pertaining to the dinar. I know what I'm talking about. On Wednesday, the Prime Minister of Iraq's advisor took the lead from the Central Bank of Iraq and announced Iraq has the largest foreign currency reserves in its history and that the exchange rate treatment package aims to prevent profiteering at the expense of the economy. What's funny, all of a sudden his poker face breaks and he says when it comes time to do the exchange, I'm sure we can assist in some way. I said that's what I was hoping to hear. If and when the time comes, you and I have been friends for a long time, you know I have 100% trust in you. Do I come to you to get advice on how not to lose my funds? He says no. I'm going to set you up with a wealth manager, and he immediately is typing stuff into his computer, and this is what caught me off guard. He turns around and he says, you know, I've seen exchanges and movement in the dinar in just the past few days. I said I got to get to Albuquerque this afternoon. I got to get going. When I get back, I'll give you a call. I stood up and shook his hand. I said, you know what, I probably won't talk to you for a while, so happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. And he said, oh, we'll talk before that. Frank, there it is. And considering they're now talking about releasing change to the people. I said, when I first started talking to you about this, the exchange rate was about 1470 roughly to 1. Does it make any sense to start issuing any coinage? He kind of grinned at me big. He said, no sir, it really doesn't. I said, Tom, I'm nervous. I know what the FDIC covers and you know how much currency I have. Even if it goes at 1 to 1, I'm kind of spooked about how much wealth I could lose. I said, you're a small bank. They're very well known throughout the state of Colorado. But they're not a Chase or Wells Fargo. I told him I've got a Wells Fargo account, and I said honestly, Tom, I hate that bank, but push comes to shove I can transfer my funds. I've had so many bank stories in the last 2 weeks that it not only knocked me off my feet, but I'm still floating up in cloud 9. It's not secret. What happened? Bank story guy. I live in a very small town in western Colorado. I've been banking with the same bank for 30 years. The bank president borders on the edge of being a very good friend.